live! Oh my god, I'm so excited. Hi everyone, my name is NK. Welcome to my first live stream ever. I feel so weird. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna join me today, but anyways, I'm gonna save this video and save this live stream and make it as a video. So if anyone wanna watch it later, you can. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm just wanted to, come back to YouTube because I wasn't filming anything during the past months, so I will not upload anything about what happened, and also I didn't answer any questions on YouTube or on my Instagram yet because I was just taking a break basically. But yeah, I have it all here. I'm gonna answer it today, and I'm gonna share some news and just wanted to talk to you and just make it live, communication, because I feel like that's what we all listen now, but especially with this third or whatever wave of COVID happening in the Netherlands and also in some states in the US. So yes, I hope you guys have your drinks with you because I do have. I have this beautiful Dutch cup. Look at that. Cute, right? I don't know if you can see it. I think you can. Anyways. Firstly, yeah, where have I been? Basically, I left the Netherlands on December 22nd. And I went to Mexico for Christmas, for New Year, and I was there for 14 days. And then I went to the United States. It was a hell of a journey because, it's really hard to go to US if you live in Europe because there's a travel ban. So yeah, we tried to go, and then we were asked to stay in Mexico longer. But actually, it was fine. Like, it wasn't that hard. But yeah, it was not easy to get here. And so now I'm here, and I don't even know when I'm gonna be back to the Netherlands because, stuff changed dramatically in the Netherlands with COVID. By the way, I had this question from someone who wants to move to Amsterdam. They're like, "How is the situation with COVID there?" I don't know right now, but I only read in Dutch news, and what they say is the situation is pretty bad because they have curfew now. They have really strict travel restrictions. Like, I'll have to do 2 COVID tests, and probably quarantine is gonna be like mandatory and will be checked, which wasn't the case when I left the Netherlands. Like, curfew wasn't there. Like, it was so much, I don't know, better, I guess, back in December. So yeah, this is really sad because I've been planning to go back like in February. Yeah, so this was happening. I also finished my internship this week actually. So yeah, I'm done with internship, and I'm about to start my exchange at Solent University in the United Kingdom. Obviously, I'm gonna do it online from wherever I am, from the US probably, or from the Netherlands when I will be back there in months or something like this. Yeah, so this is my news, and my another news, yeah, that I wanted to share with you is that I made a Patreon. I don't know if you know what's that. It's like a community where you can connect with me and other people, basically. Yeah, there's a link to my Patreon down to this video, so check it out. But I just wanted to tell you what could you expect there in my Patreon. First of all, I would really want to make something like a place where you can always reach me and ask any questions related to enrollment to the university, my accommodation tips, or anything in the Netherlands, because I receive a lot of messages like this, and sometimes I don't have time to answer if I'm working or something. But this Patreon, I know only people who really need help can go there and ask me questions. So you'll always be able to reach me there. And the second thing that I want to make in this Patreon is a community of people who wants to study in the Netherlands and who wants to move in the Netherlands, whatever, maybe for work. And basically, what this community is going to do is that you will be able to introduce yourself, to meet other people, to talk about problems that you encounter maybe in school, uh, maybe with some documentations and anything like that. So basically, once a month there will be a discussion where people will be discussing, as well as a place to meet other people, because it's pretty hard, even not in corona times, to meet people when you just move to the new country, but especially now it's basically almost impossible. Anyways, yes, this is going to be a goal of my community. It's going to be one part of my Patreon, and the second part of my Patreon is going to be a place where you will be able, as I said, always reach me, and not only like text me. We could talk like one on one, and I could help you with anything I can. So it will be possible like once a month, or I don't know when you need it. Just send me a message, and we'll be able to talk and discuss questions you have and stuff like that. Also, I wanna change my channel direction, if I can say so. Kind of like my channel topic, because right now it's mostly education in the Netherlands, which is fine for me. But soon I will be finishing school, and I don't want to, stay in this niche forever. And basically, what I want to, change my channel to is to have like something like a channel that's going to show my journey to my future, like whatever, and as well as showing like sharing tips for a successful future, personal finance, career tips, and stuff like that. Because this is what I'm interested, is what I'm learning a lot, spending my free time on, and I want to also, share it with other people. And yeah, basically, need my coffee. On the Patreon, I will share exclusive tips on personal finance, like investing, trading. This is a topic of interest for me right now. I'm learning a lot about it, and I like to also implement it to my Patreon and my YouTube channel. So yeah, if you're interested in also career tips, because I'm going to graduate soon, and we all want to get somewhere in life and be as most successful as possible. So you have to learn for that, do steps for that, meet people for that. And yeah, it's nice sometimes to learn from somebody else experience or stuff that the other person already learned. So yeah, there's also be exclusive stuff on my Patreon about that. um and also live sessions like that, once a month with all the other Patreon members. I'm gonna have live sessions so you can ask questions, learn from other people, and yeah. And the last thing that's going to be happening there is I'm going to interview people from other universities, because I'm studying in Holland University of Applied Science. I know a lot of people think I'm studying at the University of Amsterdam, which I'm not. But I will interview people from University of Amsterdam, Delft, Vrije University, Hogeschool van Amsterdam. Literally all the people like will be able to find from different school. I will interview them, talk about their experience, how life is going in their school. So yeah, if you want to know, if you want to learn more, check out my Patreon, and I will see you there. It would be super nice, to create a community of people. I forgot. And the last thing, as I already said, I want to, you guys to meet other people, other students, and for other people talk to you and help you. Like it's gonna be like discussion. You'll be able to ask questions, and other people will be able to help you as well as me. But when time will be normal, my like ultimate goal would be to meet you all, like have instead of this place or live stream or whatever online where we could meet actually somewhere in Amsterdam or maybe in some other place on Earth, because I have half of my viewers are from the Netherlands and the other half are from the United States. So as I'm in the United States pretty often, would be also cool to meet somewhere here as well. So yeah, maybe some, I don't know, in some cafe just to share a bite, a drink, and meet. This is awesome, right? And share experience how like school is going, what are career plans and stuff like this. For me, this is the best thing, to meet people and to learn from their experiences. So hopefully when it will be possible, we will all meet together, and yeah, it will be super awesome to make real friends, real, like, because I still talk to a lot of people from YouTube, and this is pretty awesome. Like for me, YouTube is it's an amazing platform where you can meet people, even in like comments and stuff. You can text, as I always, not always, I sometimes say it in my videos, that if you want to ask something or meet some, just text that you're from, I don't know, something, and maybe some people will get back to you, because that is happening sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you understood me, because I got too excited. Like I'm really excited about the Patreon, about creating a community of students, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check out what's going on in the chat. Hey, Kylene. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, because my English is like. Do you recommend this university? If not from others, it is hard to find a job in Amsterdam, for instance. Do you recommend this university? Zosia Tim asked me, you mean my school where I'm studying, if I can recommend in Holland University, you mean? Yeah, let me know if you were talking about my school. And are you working? I was doing my internship, which is kind of work, right? Other than internship, I'm not working, because it was full-time internship and also school. So I did not work. Before that, I did work, and I know that it is, it's not like hard. If you have a goal and you really need something, anything is hard. Like you can literally find any job, and if you do effort, and it's not hard. The only problem is that based on your nationality, you could have some difficulties with documentation. For example, I'm not European Union citizen, so I need an extra document in order to work, which is not a problem, because it's free to apply, but it just takes time. It takes 5 weeks to get this paper, so you will be able to work. A lot of employers won't do this paper, because why would they do it if they can just hire Dutch person or European person who doesn't need a paper? And if you're European Union citizen, that no problem at all. You can find any job easily, and yeah, it just depends. It's not going to be hard in both cases, because you always can find opportunities. Also, you can work in your university. Even my school made me a work permit, so I was working for my school, and I was doing open days. Like just students who were interested in my school were like coming for open days, and I was like showing around, talking about my school, and I was paid for that pretty good money, and it was legal work, like there was work permit, so it's pretty well. Yes, you want to study creative business too, or international business on the same university? Cool. If I can recommend this, I mean, yes, but also depends what are your career plans, if you have any, of course, because I know it's hard to have career plans before you even enter school. If you want to be in creative industry, if you want to be in film industry, music, event industry, then 100% yes, the school will give you enough experience, and it will kind of change your mindset a little bit for this industry, because you'll have to do a lot of stuff on your own, which is also will be helpful for you when you will be working, because nobody's gonna like show you, I don't know, take you by hand and just like take you everywhere and show you around. You'll have to do your own research and learn things that you don't know on your own, which we do a lot in school. I totally recommend it. I like my school. Sometimes, of course, we have some stuff that is super annoying, and we complain, and we say like, "Oh my god, I hate this university." Like we say it a lot. But my friends from other universities say this as well. So every school has its you know downsides, or organizational moments sometimes are not that great in Holland, because yeah, they could do better in like organizing stuff. Sometimes it's really vague. Sometimes teachers are like frustrated, they like lost, and I'm, as a student, I don't want to guide my tutor or teacher somewhere. I want him to guide me, but it's not happening. But it's also kind of teach you that in future it will happen as well. Uh, but yeah, about international business, I don't know anything basically. But yeah, if you don't see yourself working in creative industry, and you see yourself maybe working, I don't know, in some other industry, and you just want to learn basic business stuff, then yeah, I would not do creative business. Only if you want to do this industry and you're really passionate about it, and then yes. If no, then no. um, Hello, how are you doing? Hey, Hannah, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Yeah, let me know. Where are you from, and how is it going with all COVID situation? Are you keeping your spirits up? And yeah, let me know. Hey, Anna, greetings from Bucharest, Romania. Wow, hey, I love Romania. My friend is from Romania, and yeah, she was studying, no, she is studying still with me in Holland University. Oh my God, I really want to visit Romania. It would be so awesome. I really want to visit so many places, actually. I'm already like missing, just looking for tickets and going somewhere. I know it's been only like a year, right, since we locked, but still very sad. Anyways, I have some questions from people that I didn't reply. I'm so sorry, but hopefully they will be able to see this video and they will find answers on their questions. Alrighty. Oh, this is a big one. What should I say the names person? Oh, I don't have the name. Anyways, the question was, is it possible to combine work and school? I have like the full list of questions that this person asked, but anyways, maybe I should not address the person as a person. What's the name? Let me check. Okay. Oh, Hannah, thank you so much. And hi, Olga, if you're watching. Oh, this is super nice. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm really, really appreciated it. Okay, I just want to find the name of the person, so I'm not address the person as a person. I like this idea of live streaming, because when I'm just filming video, it doesn't feel like I'm just talking to myself basically. And the fact that I can, read your messages and talk to you, this is really cool. I like it. I'm missing, communication. So nice. Maybe I'll do it often. I cannot find it. Where is that? Oh, found it. So, did not find it. Oh, the name was BT. Ah, I spent so much time looking for a name. There was no name. Anyways, is it possible to combine work and school? In my school, if you study in university in Holland, or supply science, whatever, totally yes. So we have classes on Monday, for example. It's going to be like 3 lectures, so you're going to spend all day in school. But then on Tuesday, you will be off all day. Then on Wednesday, you'll like have 1 lecture, and then Thursday 1 more, and Friday off. So you could have like 4 days off. Depends on module, depends on what you're studying. But in my school, that was totally possible. Was a lot of time for that. In other schools, yeah, as well. it works the same way as I heard from my friends from University of Amsterdam. It is possible to combine work and school, because lectures are not like every day and you have to be in school. It's like one day it's lot and the other day you're off. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. As I know, people who graduate from university has 1 year to find a job. Is it mandatory to find a job with that study that you were following? So with that major, and is there a criterion of work that you have to do? So in order to get this permit and to stay in the Netherlands after the end of this permit and then get a job. A bit confusing, but I know that you don't have to. For this is like this is a question from the person who is not European Union citizen, so that's why we need to like apply for residence permit. And basically, yes, when you get in this resident permit for work after you graduated from school, it doesn't have to be work that you're studying for in school. It can be anything from waitressing to anything. But after this permit will be over, you'll have to have a work permit, and you will not have work permit for waitressing. So it is better to find a job that you have perspectives to stay after the end of your resident permit if you're willing to stay in the Netherlands after. Okay, one more question. I will look at the chat. And I heard that you have to have a mandatory insurance. How much does insurance cost? And blah blah blah. Yes, insurance is mandatory for all the people in the Netherlands. Doesn't matter if you're coming from EU country or non-EU country. I pay for my insurance. I have a own student insurance, which I don't know if it's the good one or bad one. It's not the basic Dutch health insurance. It's like a student one, and basically I paid I think 160 euros for from September to February, and now I have to get another one, and I think it is going to be something like maybe 250 euros more. So it's around 400, 500 euros per year, and I only used it once or twice, and I didn't have the best experience, just because I'm coming from another country where medicine is a bit different, and for us prescribing for Ukrainians, and even in the US, like they're prescribing pills easily. Like if you're sick, you're gonna get your syrup or your pills. But in the Netherlands, I was so sick. Oh my god! And then there was two doctors like looking at me, checking me, and like they called another doctor, and I thought I'm like dying or something because it was intense. There was so many people, and they were like checking my lungs, and then the third person came, he checked my lungs, and they're like, "You're good. Don't worry. You can go home." And I'm like, can I get a pill or something? And they were like, no, 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 you're good. You can take paracetamol or something like this, and that's it. So this was like a bit, in Ukraine, I would be like given a list of medicine. It doesn't mean I want this, but it was just unusual to me. So you have to be prepared that Dutch medicine is more for like, they want your body to fight your bacteria, which is probably good because, I was still healthy after that without pills. So yeah, but it was free, like to go to doctor was free for me. And then also once I was prescribed medicine actually, and that medicine also was covered by this insurance. And the only thing wasn't covered is the test, like blood tests, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope it answered your insurance question. Okay, let me check the chat then. Was it or so I'm prepared. If you have another chance, would you apply to this university or would you rather go somewhere else? Oh, this is a good question. If I would apply to this university if I would go somewhere else. I feel like this is our human nature. We always, concentrate on the negative things. Like we see it brighter than the positive things. Maybe it's just my nature. I don't know. But we always want more and want better. So I guess if I would be able to apply again, if I would go back in time and be like, but I would still have memory of this school, then I would probably apply to other school. Mm, maybe now. I don't know. I don't know actually, because I had choice between University of Amsterdam and in Holland University, and University of Amsterdam is good because it has a name. It's the best university, one of the best. Okay, sorry, Delft University. It's the best in the Netherlands, but it's one of the best universities. And community of students there is amazing. Like they're really close, and I don't know. I just like my friends. I have a lot of friends from University of Amsterdam, and I don't know, it's not the same as in Holland. But also was in Holland is that I lived in Amsterdam all this time, and students from my school is in Haarlem, so they live in Haarlem, and for example, they live in the dorm, so they hang out together in Haarlem, and I'm kind of like outside of this community in Haarlem, so I don't really have that much friends from my school. But most of the people that I no, from University of Amsterdam because I live in Amsterdam. So I think the community of students there is awesome. But I also heard a lot of organizational problem in the University of Amsterdam. My friend last year, she was on her exchange in in the United States, and at some point she got an email from her university that she is no longer enrolled, and yeah, because she didn't pay her tuition fee. And she asked me to call because I was in the Netherlands and she was abroad, and to figure out what's happening because she did pay her tuition fee back in August, and it was December, something like this. So I called them and they were like, no, you didn't pay the tuition fee, and so now you're not enrolled anymore. And she was the third year, the last year, and I was like, but I paid. I was pretending as her because somebody else can't call on her behalf. But anyways, it was like I did pay, and they're like, no, I can't find the records. You're not enrolled anymore. And so we actually had this, bank statement where it was saying that she actually transferred money to the University of Amsterdam, and so she sent it to them, and they were like, oh, but it's too late already. We didn't enroll you, and then you just have to, enroll next year. And it was like she only had one semester to go, and it was really tough, but in the end they solved the issue and she successfully graduated this May. So but can you imagine you actually paid for school and then something like this happened? It would just blew my mind. Like the stress level was insane. Yeah. So yeah, it was a really long answer on the question if I would go somewhere else. I mean, I'd probably consider it, but in the Netherlands, if I would have to choose from the Dutch schools, I don't see a better school for me, for example. But now I'm like, but the Netherlands, all like, there's other good schools in Belgium or other countries. So maybe I will just look for in other countries in Europe, because I was really concentrated on the Netherlands. Like I just had to be there. Like I just didn't see any country, and the fact that it was one of the most expensive countries, and there are like literally good options, so much cheaper in other parts of Europe. I didn't even look at it, and it was maybe not the smartest move of mine. So yeah, I would probably just try to look in other countries as well. Mm, 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 mm. In your universities, are there many possibilities to travel, internship, Erasmus, for example? Yes. Travel, I don't know. Maybe in the travel major, there is a travel major, I think, and maybe they're traveling. Because I know a guy who's studying travel management, I think the name of this thing, and they're actually traveling a lot. They're going to, they're working in the hotels in Spain, in Caribbean. And so, yeah, if you're doing this major, I feel like you will travel a lot. Love coffee. And for internship, on the year 3, you have to do internship, like it's mandatory, but you'll have to find it yourself. So there will be no help from school. School will send a couple of, job ads or whatever to you that they're working with, but there will be no help. So you'll have to find it yourself. And yeah, but that's kind of good because you have, the whole world to explore, and you can just find something that you would be really enjoying. Erasmus as well. I'm gonna start my Erasmus next week. Even though it's Corona, it was possible to start Erasmus online. Also, you can go outside of Europe for your exchange, and I think there are not that much of the schools that you can choose from. For example, University of Amsterdam, they have whole world you can go to. So many schools they're partnering with, which is really cool about University of Amsterdam. And in my school, there is American schools in um, Argentina, as I remember, if I remember correctly, in Mexico, uh, South Korea. That was my initial choice. I was really dreaming about to go there, but it didn't happen. So yeah, you can do Erasmus, or you can go outside Europe for your study exchange and internship. It's up to you. It's mandatory, but you'll have to find it yourself. Is that true that big companies are hunting for good students in the Netherlands? I don't think so. Do you mean if the big companies in the Netherlands are like looking for future employees among students in the universities? If that's what you mean, then definitely no. Because country is small, big competition, and also not only the country small, it's the whole Europe that can work in that country. And so people from, Sweden and Poland also applying in the Netherlands, and there are also really talented people from outside Europe, and they also apply. And so I think competition is really big, and companies definitely are not looking for anyone because people are coming to them. Mm, I'm moving to Amsterdam in September to study at Hogeschool van Amsterdam. Have you got any advice for moving to a new country? I'm terrified. Also, do you have any money having tips? Love you. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. um, money tips. Money tips is that don't go out as much as you would want to do, because it is just such a waste of money now. I understand this. Also, you can, shop at the markets instead of Albert Heijn or whatever. Also, Lidl is the best place on earth for students. I don't know, it's just cheaper, and it's really good quality veggies and stuff for me. So Lidl is my money tips. What was the other? You're terrified. Oh, don't be. It's gonna be fine. It's just, it's always. I know you're scared because you don't know what to expect, and unknown stuff are terrifying. But it's gonna be fine. There are gonna be other students who also in the same boat with you, and it's really easy to make friends in the beginning of school because you all happening, and you have something. You have this thing to discuss among each other, and it's gonna be fine, 100%. Just you know. I don't know, go there with open mind and open heart, and you're definitely gonna enjoy your experience. Hogeschool van Amsterdam is a good school. It's located in the nice location in the east, and yeah, it's a big school. A lot of students are there from all over the world too, so it's gonna be fun. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Sorry for the type of money saving tips. Money saving tips. Money saving tips. Am I saving money? I don't know. It's like what I do. I have this app called Budget, whatever. Let me check. Buddy. It's called Buddy. Basically, in this Buddy app, you put your monthly income. For example, it would be like 1,500 euros, and then you put and then every time you spend money, you put it in the app. For example, you paid for rent, you paid for your coffee, you put it, and then you see how much money you have left. So you're not gonna spend everything you have on your bank account, because maybe this is money for 2 months or 3 months. And with this app was really helping me to don't spend more than I wanted to. So for example, so you put, I don't know if you can see it, probably no. So you put money that you want to spend, and then you just have the list of things and you just put it there, and here is the balance, the remaining balance that is you have to spend for this month. So this is my favorite thing. Like, it really helps me a lot to don't go beyond my budget. Yeah. And also saving, I don't know if I want to talk about this now, but I decided to look, you know long term, what's going to happen in my future, and where I want to have my money. And because in the US, it's a big thing to save for your retirement, and people starting it even earlier than I'm 23 now. I should already have a retirement plan if I would be a normal person here in the US, because I'm not American anyways. But it would be nice for me to have some money in the future, and so I consider investing in some companies. Currently, like, as you know times are hard now with corona. It's hard to have this money and just put it somewhere and just let it go, because you never know, it's a risk, the company can go bankrupt. But yeah, if you also want to look at the long run, just consider investing and learn stuff about it. And yes, that's my future saving money tips. But current, just use the apps like this, and it really helps. Okay, it's Russian questions. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So Abin Sur asked me if the people who are from European Union, if they also need to have 10,000 euros on their bank account in order to study in the Netherlands. No, you don't have to, as I know. No, you 100% you don't have to, because like this amount of money, you have to have it in order to apply for residence permit in the Netherlands, and to prove that you have money to finance yourself. But as a EU citizen, you don't need a resident permit, so you don't need to prove them you have money. So you just come in there, maybe with 100 euros, and you're good. Mm. What was the most significant while applying? Have you got any tips when it comes to personal letter or something else? Also, thank you so much for answering my question. No problem. Um, Tips for what was significant when I was applying? English test. English test was hard. Even though like I was already in the US and I was speaking English all the time, because my native language is Russian, which is we have different alphabet, and just I don't know. I wasn't speaking it since childhood, English. I mean, so it was hard for me to get ready for the test. And then when I passed the test, the result wasn't as high as I expected. So some schools I wasn't able to apply because my result was 85, and then some schools requested 92. So there was some schools that I couldn't apply, but I could, of course, redo the test. But schools I could apply were fine for me. So it was a big stress. So, and I only spent 3 months to get ready for English test. So I would recommend spend more time. Maybe it would go better. Yeah, it was hard. And tips for letters. If you have friends or someone who are studying already in this school, or in any school, basically, you just ask you can ask them to send their motivation letter to you, and you can just make it yours. That's what I did. Also, just google motivation letters and just make it yours, because it's hard to make a motivational letter from the scratch, so, and make it 100% yours. Maybe it's not hard. It was hard for me, because I also read this book, How to Write the Motivation Letters. It was also like bothering me a lot. But in the end, like, I'm not like a journalist. Like, I just can't sit and write stuff. So I just suggest some stuff that I found online, and just adjusted the stuff that I found online, and yeah, it worked okay for me. I can send you mine if you want. Just send me a message on Instagram. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, I'm interested in pursuing masters in engineering management. Can I choose University of Applied Science? If so, how's the job opportunities for students from the colleges compared to unis? Oh my god. Um, Engineering, and you wanna do University of Applied Science. So basically, how does this work? University of Applied Science is a school. Is the school where gonna do more practical stuff. For example, you're gonna work with real companies. There will be a company who's gonna come to school and they're gonna have some kind of problem, and then they will ask students to solve this problem. And so your whole module is going to be about solving this company's problem, and it's going to be a real problem. So real knowledge, and you're going to talk to people from this company, and this is what means applied science. You do it you on practice, like how to say it. Let me just close the door. So yeah, you do it on practice. In the university, you're gonna, for example, your module is gonna be about learning stuff, learning how to research, and also universities in the Netherlands, research universities. So you're gonna have a problem, and you have to research it. How you research it? You're reading a book, you're googling. Maybe you do some, quantitative research or whatever. Maybe you talk to people, but it's going to be mostly theoretical stuff. This is the difference between University of Applied Science and university. About the job opportunities, it's not going to impact on your career or your job opportunities just because University of Applied Science is kind of like lower level than universities, because it's going to be about your experience and about your personality. Because when you talk to the future employer, they also like choosing you not for the school that you went to, just but they're gonna choose it if they like you or not. So don't worry about that. If you're thinking that if you're gonna go to applied science university that you're not gonna have any jobs, no, it's not working like that. And for the rest of the world, there is no difference. Either you went to University of Applied Science or research universities. That's like, it's a difference in the Netherlands. They know what's, HBO or VO or blah, blah, blah. But like in the US, they will not even know that there is a difference, for example, or in the other countries. So. I have a similar question. After University of Applied Science, is it possible to do masters in the, for instance, University of Amsterdam? Am I going to meet the requirements? Cannot find any answer online. Oh, sure. Yes, you will be able to do masters at the University of Amsterdam or any other research university after studying at the University of Applied Science, but you'll have to do a foundation year. So basically, if master's program is 1 year or 2 years for in the University of Amsterdam, you'll have to take a foundation year, which is going to be an extra year. So yeah, but there's also master programs in the universities of applied science, or if you're going to do your masters in US, you don't have to do foundation year, or maybe some other European countries. But yeah, in the Netherlands, you will be able to do it, but after one foundation year. Susanna asked me, what am I studying? I'm studying international creative business, which is a study about music management, event management, film, and a big part of my study is marketing and entrepreneurship. And so basically making business plans, finance plans. Any opinions about University of Arts? Maybe you had some friends there. You mean Amsterdam University, right? I actually have experience with this university myself. Before going to the university where I'm studying now, I was studying music for 10 years. I graduated from music college back in Ukraine about 5 years ago, and I was playing instrument. I was playing percussion instruments, which is like timpanis, marimba, vibraphone. I don't know if you know that. And basically, of course, my dream was to be a musician forever. And I tried to enter to the conservatory of Amsterdam, which is a part of University of Arts in Amsterdam. I feel it's like one school, but they're like have this different, schools in one school. So University of Arts, they have conservatory, they have a film school, dance school, but it's basically like one school, as I understand. I may be wrong. I'm sorry if I am. So yeah, I can only tell you about conservatory and amazing school, amazing people. It's just it was a dream for me to study there, to be in this circle, with this, creative people, and it was just amazing. But I didn't enter. Yeah, it was a heartbreaking experience for me. Like, yeah. But yeah, I just quit music forever, and yeah, I did that. I think about music school as well. Oh, cool. I mean, I'm. By the way, answering on the question if I would choose any other school, I probably would choose Conservatoire of Amsterdam if I could, but I can't. It's just incredible. I don't know which instrument are you playing and what are you planning to study, but people there, they're one big community, and I don't know. I'm obsessed with this school, and the school itself is close to Central Station. Amazing, new, beautiful school with a nice view. Like, to do music there with this views, with this people around, teachers. It's just amazing. So I like 1,000,000,100% recommend this school. What jobs are possible after your degree? Is it possible to be a marketing manager or social media manager? Yes, definitely. Basically, any job is possible. Of course, not medicine or something like this, but like in creative industry, it can be anything in marketing. It can be anything in music industry, in film, in events. Mm, yeah, you can like in marketing, social media sector, you can do anything basically. Like my internship was in a marketing agency for music industry, so we did marketing promotion for DJs, artists, record labels. So I could do this kind of job in future as well. Also, I was applying for marketing jobs in like furniture companies and stuff like that. So this is great thing about the school that you can like you don't like you can try to find job, of course, in any creative industry, but of course it's very competitive and it's not easy. But you also have a choice to just do marketing, and marketing, like every company has marketing. So I'm worried sometimes, what I'm gonna do after school. Oh my god, like will I find a job? But um, I think it will be fine. I think yeah, we'll be able to find something. um, any specific requirements? Thank you for answering. You mean requirements for Conservative Amsterdam? What do you mean requirements? I don't know. I think you would have to. What I did is first I did solfege, right, the hearing exam. Then the second exam was no. First exam was a dictation. Like when somebody's playing on the piano and you have to write it down. There was the first exam, and then oh my god, it was so many years ago. I don't remember. I think there was some like assignments, like solfege assignments. And the second thing was my major exam. So like I had to play Bach and then some other stuff, and then yeah, that was the end for me. It's really competitive, so you have to prepare your best, go there. For example, if you want to study like next year, start 1 year in advance. What I wanted, oh my god, I'm confused. So start 1 year in advance and go there 1 year and try to find teachers, talk to them, maybe try to ask if they can give you a lesson and prepare you for the entrance exam, because they know what they're looking for. They know what they're going to ask, so it's not going to be a surprise for you. I did that. It was helpful. But my problem was is that I'm coming from Ukraine, and European music school is different from Ukrainian, Russian, post-Soviet music school, and we play a bit different, and we interpret music a bit different. And yeah, I was just wasn't ready probably. And in the Netherlands there is a young talent music school. So basically there is a school with this Conservatoire of Amsterdam, where kids are are coming to study. So, for example, they're like 10 and they're already going to the conservatory, and they're already starting with the conservatory teachers, and they're enrolled in this young talent music school. And obviously, when they're like 17 and they graduate from high school, they go into Conservatory of Amsterdam, and teachers already know them there. As I understood, like maybe something have changed, and so that's what I heard. And so obviously these kids have more chances to enter the school, so you have to be like the best, so be prepared. um I've heard that it is really difficult to stay enrolled in Dutch universities, and a lot of people don't graduate their first year. What's your opinion on this and the teaching methods in the Netherlands? Yes, I would say so. First year, when I enrolled, there was maybe 130 students. Was a lot of people. Was I think we had 5 classes or something like this. And on the second year, no, maybe 6. I think 6. Yeah. And on the second year, we only had 3 classes. So half of the people just left the school. Yeah, and it's happening now because it's hard. I mean, it is hard because it is vague sometimes. You don't know what they want from you, and you fail, and you have to reset. Reset. I forgot the word. Sorry. Reset? Is it the word? Oh my god, no, it's not. Anyways, you have to redo your exam. Yeah, and some people just, oh my god, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pass it from the second time, and so they just quit. But it's not. I mean, if you have goal, if you have right mindset, and you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm in school. I'm here to study, and I'm here to overcome difficulties. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, because like when I feel like when I'm in the moment, I'm like it's so hard for me. I'm like complaining all the time how hard it is, how I'm like can't pass stuff. Like last year was hard for me, the second year of school. Like I almost failed every exam, so I have to redo almost every exam, which was it's really hard mentally that you already were kind of preparing for it, and then you fail and you have to start, you know, again, and it is annoying, and it's kind of like you have to spend a lot of time doing it. But in the end, I passed it. I got my scholarship, and then so even though it was hard in the process, now when I'm looking back, I'm like, you can do it. It's not gonna be hard. Just have a right mindset. It will be hard in the process, but it's gonna be okay after. You're gonna learn from it. And teaching methods. It's different from what we had in Ukraine, and it's kind of different from the US because I've been studying in the US as well. It's different because we don't have tests, first of all. So basically, everything that um, you learn, you'll have to put in the reports. You'll have to write 30 pages of whatever. Is it a teaching method? I don't know. Teachers, like some teachers are really chill. It feels like they don't care. They just come in, sharing something, and they leave. And some teachers are really uh, want you to, write down every word and just put it in your reports then. So for them to see that you actually were listening to them. So I don't know. Is it a teaching method? I mean, for me, it depends on the teacher. Some teachers are awesome, the best. I love them. Some teachers are really annoying, and I can't stand them, and I don't want to go to their classes. Yeah, and I feel like this is the case in every school in every country. So. How exams look like in your school? Is it project or real exam from theory? So we have no real exams, like no exams like question and then ABC answer. No, it only happened once with English on the first year, and I think it's never going to happen again. We have projects, and we're being assessed on reports. For example, last year we did export report. So you have assignment, and then you'll have to come up with the whole research report on this topic, basically. Yeah. What can I add about it? I don't know if it's easier or harder because to write 30-page report sometimes it's a lot of work. But sometimes we have like creative assignments. Last year we have to do toolkit cards. So we were learning about design approach. Oh God, I forgot the word. So yeah, and we just to show that we actually learned it and understood it, we had to explain it kind of. We had to do it toolkit cards and to explain it in easier words and make it look beautiful and creative, and it was fun. What age range is in your school? Oh, so I'm 23 and I feel like I am in this older part of my school because some people are like, um, people were like 2 or 1 year younger me that when I came there, but some people were older, so they were like 26 year old and 20. A lot of a lot of people my age as well. Like I was 21 when I started studying there. Yeah, 26. I think it was the oldest person. I mean, it mixed. There are people who are like younger, like right after high school, and basically most of the people who are like right after high school, they're gonna quit after first year. They just yeah, and now in the third year, I feel like most of my classmates are older, like my age 23, 22. People who did like a gap year, people who already like know what they want in their career and they see that this school can benefit them in the creative industry. But yeah, people who like I don't know what I want to do, they quit in the school because they don't see benefits for them from the school. But it's okay, that's normal. Система is the system of teaching is different from the Ukrainian post-Soviet countries. Yeah, obviously, it's different, but there's hierarchy is not that obvious in the Netherlands. Like we have more relaxed atmosphere, like more like friend kind of course, like you have the teacher, you have respect to the teacher, and it's like you're not gonna talk to him as a friend, but you kind of feel like you can ask anything and you can share stuff and you can be like, listen, I just can't do it, I don't understand. But I would not feel comfortable doing it with most of the teachers in my school back in Ukraine. Not in my music school though, but music school is kind of different. Yeah, I feel like the only difference is like I don't know, the cultural stuff, but yeah, it's still school. You have to study. Okay, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. I'm from the UK, and I heard it is more difficult to understand what you have to do and how to get a good grade than in England. Because in England, teachers explain what you have to do. I didn't study in England yet. I'm gonna start next week. Woo. But yeah, I mean that's true. Sometimes we're like, so we have this book that we given in the beginning of the course, like a module, and then basically it's like maybe one like 50 pages book where they kind of trying to explain everything that you'll have to do, every assignment, like everything that expected from you, but it's still vague. Like we are really lost sometimes, and I think the same goes for every school, every student that I talk to. They're like, we all lost, we don't know what they want, and that's why we fail. But then when you fail, then you get this assessment form and they write comments what you did wrong, and then when it's becoming more clear what they want from you after you fail. But also some teachers are really nice, and if a lot of students are like, what do you want from us, they're gonna make a separate session and they're gonna just gonna go like 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 thing after thing, and they're gonna explain everything. So it is vague, it's true, but it's gonna be you're gonna understand it eventually. I'm from Poland and I'm thinking of managing marketing in the Netherlands, but I'm so afraid that I will be alone and won't find friends there. I don't think it's possible. Everyone can, you won't be alone. There's always people around, and especially if you're studying, it's easy to find friends in the first year of school when, as I said, you're all lost. So don't be scared. It's gonna be like everyone is who are there, international students, of course, they're in the same situation. So yeah, also notice that like international people been friends mostly with international people. It's easier to make international friends because you're kind of in the same boat, you have the same problems. And yeah, I also feel like for Dutch people it's easier to be friends with the Dutch people because they also have the same background, the same experience. So, but it's also possible to make Dutch friends, of course. Dutch people are great and awesome. Are there any short tests or unannounced asking? I don't know how to call it. You mean like kind of like homework assignment and stuff like that that you'll have to mandatory do? No, we don't have. Sometimes you have homework for like design thing, and that was the thing that we were studying. I just remembered. So yeah, like when we were having design thinking, like we had to design stuff, but it wasn't mandatory. And because it wasn't mandatory, people were not doing that, but I did. It was fun. Mm, mm, mm. What is your experience? Oh, you mean with moving to another country and afraid of being alone and stuff? Mm, I wasn't afraid to move because before I moved to the Netherlands, I already lived in the US, and so already kind of moved, and I was alone for some time because when you move in the older age, it's harder to make friends. Uh, because in your country you know people from your childhood and from school, and it was much easier. But it is when you're in school it's easier, and you're definitely not going to be alone. And for me right now, it's COVID. I'm in the US. My life kind of in the Netherlands. In the US, in Florida. I used to live in New Jersey, in New York, so like I have friends there. And New York is closed now, I can't go there. And in Florida I don't really know much people. I know some. And for me, if you know some people, you always meet some people around. Don't be scared to reach to them. If you feel like, oh no, maybe the person's gonna think I'm weird. Why would I text this person? I barely know this person. Don't ever think that. Just try, just text, just invite person for a coffee, and you can. That's how you become friends for me now. And also, with all this Corona and being isolated, I feel less need for, people around all the time because, friends are cool, but you can't have many friends. You can have many people, but, these people, like, you're not gonna talk to them all the time, and they won't support you all the time. So basically, you only need like one or two friends, and the most important is your family, actually. And your family always be there for you, no matter if you're in the Netherlands or you're back in Poland or anywhere. So yeah, for me that was kind of, I shifted my need to have this friends around to never be alone. I had that, of course, before, but now, I mean, you can keep yourself entertained by yourself, and yeah, just if you have one good friend, a great family, then you won't feel alone or anything like that. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, cool! You guys from Poland, you should, if you're like both planning to move to Netherlands, you should, reach out to each other, and you can like discuss stuff. And this is pretty cool. You guys should talk to each other. I mean, like during class, like in high school, something like teachers asking you questions about the subject, and then you get a grade. No, no, no. I heard that my friend actually had it, and she was doing minor in music management. But yeah, that was the only time I heard something like this. In my experience, when I had it. All right. Wow, it was a lot of questions. I actually didn't expect that at all. I had all my questions on my phone from from the messages that I didn't reply. So I said I'm just gonna do that. It was wow. It was really nice, guys. If you have any other questions, you can write them down. But I want to quickly talk about Patreon again. So Patreon is a community of people that I want to create. So I already created. There is a link down this video, this live stream. Basically, what I plan to do is to create community of students in the Netherlands or even in the world, because half of my audience is in the US, and I want to have something like a place where you will be able to meet, to introduce yourself, to talk to other students, to write a question, and to get an answer from me and from other students immediately. And yeah, so you could talk there as well, and you can always reach me with any questions about your enrollment or accommodation, anything. And my ultimate goal is when the world is normal again, we will be able to meet and in real life and just become friends. And so yeah, I'll this community is going to start on my Patreon. Check it out. And also on the Patreon, we will also have live streams like that once in a while, where like questions gonna come up more faster, maybe once a month. Also, we could be able to have one-on-one Skype conversation if you have more than one question. And what else? Oh, and also, as I'm gonna graduate soon, I'm already thinking about my future, and I want to shift my channel a little bit from the only education in the Netherlands to more like future plans, long-term career goals, and finance. And so I would want to talk on my Patreon about my tips on investing also in your future, career tips, internship, networking, and anything like that, as well as I'm gonna host interviews with students from other schools like University of Amsterdam, Vrije University, Hogeschool van Amsterdam, Fontus, any school. And so I'm gonna have this thing when I'm gonna have interviews with this students. So if you're interested, check out Patreon. And yes, there's no more questions, so I'm gonna finish this live stream. I'm so grateful that you came, guys. Oh my god, I truly didn't expect anyone to come. I just thought I'm just gonna answer questions that I have, and I'm gonna save this video so you can watch it later. But I'm super grateful that you found time to come and join me here. This is really cool. I'm flattered. Okay, one more question. Is there any crimes in Amsterdam? Maybe you've witnessed something like that. Oh, this was a negative note for the end of my live stream. Amsterdam is one of the safest place on earth, and I think it's a fact, maybe. But I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you one story that happened with me. Oh, actually, two stories, maybe one. Okay, anyways, I was in my first year of school, and I was doing a volunteering at the Amsterdam Dance Event, and my job was to drive in a van with a guy and to bring merch and some stuff to the location where they needed. And so we came to Gragenbrand, something like this. It's a place near Dam Square. So like Dam Square is here, and there's a little street of like there, so super close to Dam Square. And basically we were driving around, and we were stopping for like 2 minutes to bring some stuff inside, and we were coming back to the van. And I had my backpack and my phone, and then the van is pretty big, and the streets are small. So when the guy was parking the van, I opened the window to see if he's gonna touch the wall. And so I opened it, and then I was like, oh, you're good. Then he parked well, and then he closed the car, and I didn't close the window because he turned off the car, and I couldn't do it. And then I was like, whatever, it's just gonna be there 1 minute, so I didn't close the car door. And then he was like, could you grab this bag or whatever? And I'm, oh yeah, sure. So I put my phone on top of my bag, and my bag was on the first on the seat here. So it was my bag, my phone, open window, and we left. And then there was some DJ performing there, so we stayed there for some, like maybe for 10 minutes, and it was I think I met someone there, so we were just talking, and then the guy was like, "Oh, we have to go, let's go." And then he's like going first, and I was still inside, and I'm coming inside, and I see the police talking to the guy, and they're like talking about something, and I was like, "Oh my god, the guy parked in the wrong spot." And then I'm coming there, and then I understand that they're talking about something. I didn't understood any Dutch back then; they were speaking Dutch, and I was like, "What is happening?" And then they're looking at me. Is this your pink backpack? And then I realized that it's gone. And I'm like, and I'm going to the car. I'm looking, the bag is not there. And in this bag, I had my keys, I had my Dutch resident permit that I just got, and I have like my credit cards, and it was just boom, I lost everything. And I was like, oh my god, I'm coming to this police guy, and he like sees me that I'm always crying. He's like, calm down, it's okay, relax. And I see, like, I look on the others, like on the other side, and I see police having a guy like in the handcuffs, like that. And so they had the guy, and they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Ukraine." And they're like, "Can you leave your bag like this in Ukraine, like in the open car? Was your phone on top?" And I'm like, "No, I would never do it in Ukraine." He's like, "You can never do it in Amsterdam as well. You have to be, you have to loop after your stuff." And I'm like, "Okay." And then he gave me my backpack with all of my belongings, and yeah, and my phone actually it fell down in the car. It was there too. So police helped me, they saved my life basically. Yeah, it was really impressive because yeah, in Ukraine probably that would be the end of my backpack. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So police is there, are ready to help you. Also, a couple of months ago I lost my card holder in the on the station with my also ID, with my credit card, with 50 euros inside there, like yeah, and police found it, and they returned it to me. And I, because when they called me and they said, "We found your card holder," I'm like, "No, no, no, I didn't lost it." And then I look, it's not there, because I don't know how I could lose it, because I remember the moment I was putting it in my bag and it just fell down, and then police found it immediately and returned it to me with all the money, all the cards there. So I really, you know, grateful to police in the Netherlands. I think they work great. And of course, there are some crimes, but it's not a common thing, like for example in New York. So yeah, it's a great, safe country to be in. Thank you so much. Informative, supportive. Also, I really love this stream. Oh my god, thank you so much, Hannah. Yeah, thank you. I just bought your Patreon. Oh, Dosha, thank you so much. Oh, we're making a community. Yay! I'm really excited. I'm already preparing stuff for Patreon. I'm gonna post there soon, and yay! Check it out, guys. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. My doggy came. You wanna say hi, Zafina? Say hi. Yeah. Yes. Say bye-bye to people. And thank you for coming to my live stream again. I really enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. And you can always text me on Instagram if you have more questions. And I hope you can have a great Sunday evening or Sunday day if you're in the US. And yeah, see you soon. Bye. Job.